me, Ryan from Studios, and I am back with another Lego Apex Legends video. And today, I'm going to be showing you what I have gotten done in the past 2 weeks. And I'm very sorry for not uploading the second episode last week. I just wasn't motivated to work on any of the figures, and I just didn't think it would be appropriate for me to make a video if I had no progress done, because it would just kind of be a waste. And finally this week I got the motivation to start working on these customs, and I completely finished, or as of now, I might add things onto them before I finished Loba and Caustic, and I was planning on trying to finish Pathfinder today, but I ended up spending a bit more time on Caustic than I realized, because I just wanted to, I would rather have a better quality figure than a kind of rushed figure and have more of them done quickly. And I think it's really paid off. I spent about a day on each Caustic and Loba, and I worked on Loba on Tuesday, and then today I did Caustic. And if you want to see the pictures before the video comes out of the figures I made, I posted them on Instagram, and that is in the description below. And I'm very thankful. So thank you guys for also supporting my last video, because at least my last Apex Legends Customs update, because you guys really enjoyed that video, so might as well continue this, and obviously I also want to as well. So I also got a couple other things done here and there. I got another gas trap done, so now I have a total of 3. Last time I had 2. I finished painting this. I only had like half of the actual zip line painted, and I also got this respawn beacon thing here, at least the ship part of it, so like the hologram ship, and that looks pretty cool as well. So we also have that. I painted an arc star. I had a golden arc star, and then now it's silver, so that's pretty cool as well. And then I painted one of these purple as sniper ammo. I am going to eventually paint one green. I just need to find another one of these that, you know, I just haven't gotten the time for it. I also completely redesigned my Pathfinder. It's a lot different than the last one. There's a few things I still don't like about it, but honestly, I think it'll be fine once I paint it. It's his legs, they always fall off, but I think if I just position him in the correct way, I think it'll be absolutely fine. I switched the weapon that he's holding. I don't know where Wraith's weapon went, but now he's the one with R301. And basically what I did with him, the only painting I actually did on him was his eye. I used to have an orange stud, but now I just decided to use a blue stud. I painted the top of it orange, and then I have the ring around. Let me just focus on this. And then I completely redesigned his torso. Sorry about that. I completely redesigned his torso, and I really love the way it looks. I did the same technique that I did with my IG-11. Oh, here, I only got his top half, but that's what he looks like. And I have like the blaster pieces, the pistols, as kind of his, I don't know, I guess where his biceps and triceps are. I think it's his upper part of his arm. I don't know what it's called. And then, you know, we have the back, and I think he has like these little things sticking up in the back as well. So I'm just super happy with how he came out. I'm gonna paint him maybe tomorrow, if not sometime Friday. And I think for next week, I hope to have at least 4 figures done. If I can get the heavy ammo, which is the green, if I could paint one of these grill pieces green, I think that would be good as well. If I finally get a good sculpting, this is what I did for Bloodhound in terms of sculpting his helmet. It looks horrible. I'm going to completely scrap this and try again, because I've gotten a lot better. I sculpted a lot on Caustic here, and I'm not going to really show these 2 figures in great detail, just because I want to save that for the finale, which should still come out on July 4th, so stay tuned for that. I still have to, I hope for next week I have this sculpted and have it, finalized, so it's ready to paint when I get to work on Bloodhound. I also hope to have Crypto, who's in the back all the way here. I hope to have him, Wraith, Pathfinder, and Gibraltar. Maybe Gibraltar will be like half done, because he might take a little while. But if I could have those guys done, that would be absolutely great. And then the next update, I'll try to get Bloodhound, Revenant, and what's his face? I don't remember his name. Octane done. I also made an Octane Jump Pad, which is pretty much made up of 3 pieces. I have this piece. You don't really need it, because the way this is, you could wedge this little kind of, it's like a little divot, and you could put it right there and it'll stay. But I decided it'll lock if I make like world a mock for Apex Legends. Oh, I dropped the piece. Sorry. Yeah, so that's gone forever because it's clear. But I think it'll just be a lot easier to place onto the mock if I ever actually make one. I am considering making one. And then I have this inverted thing and inverted tile, I guess, or like circular tile, and I just put it on there and it sticks. I could pick it up. It's not gonna fall off or anything. So that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, this is Loba. I have better pictures of her on Instagram, and yeah, her boots are probably the best part about the figure in my opinion. The torso's somewhat decent. It was hard to get the correct skin color, but I think I tried my best, and I tried getting her skin color twice, and I guess the second time was a bit better than the first, but because it was trying hard. I mixed like a tan and the brown first, and then I mixed a darker tan and brown, and then I also mixed white and brown. So yeah, it was pretty hard, but I think sorry, I keep dropping her. But it was pretty hard, but I think I did it pretty good. Also have her red nails, which I think they look pretty good. I didn't want to make it look too weird, but I did get her nails done. Her face print took a little while, or not print, but I used the what's her face, MJ from the Spider-Man Far From Home set. It didn't look like an accurate MJ, so I was like, what the hell? And then I just scrapped the figure completely, and then I used the face and I printed the red detailing, which is I guess it's like marking or war paint. I really don't know which one it is, but I got that done, and I think that looks pretty cool as well. She's wearing like a corset, so this is my first attempt at making a corset. Pretty bad in my opinion, but the back of it looks decent, and of course the legs and arms look good as well. I also really love the hairpiece. Basically, I got the Anna hairpiece. I first painted it black to give it a darker color. I also sanded and cut a bunch of the parts up as well, and then I sculpted the braids, I guess, or part of the braids, and then I painted the entire thing. I kind of smudged it brown, so it was kind of like a combination between black and brown, because I think she dyed her hair actually. And then I also kind of dipped these in red paint, and I think it looks pretty cool as well. And then I kind of scraped it, because I've had this for like a couple weeks now. And then I molded the braids, and then I painted the entire thing brown because I just thought it looked a lot better, and it kind of gives it a bit more depth. Caustic, he's holding. Oh, I also forgot to mention I with their pistol, which is called the P2020 in the game. They don't have a skin that's just white like this, but I just decided to paint it because the art for her in the game is she's holding a P2020. Oh, I also sculpted a little pouch over here too. That's the only part I've really sculpted other than also on her braids. But I basically got the Star Wars pistol. I kind of cut the front of it because it kind of moves up a little, and then I cut the scope off, and then I painted that part white at least, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then her hands are also painted as well, so that's pretty cool. Over here we have Caustic holding an L-Star, and he took a long time to make, and I think it really paid off. I wouldn't say this is like Michael MGF level, but I would say this is very, very good quality. His boots, I painted a gunmetal gray. They wrap around 360 degrees. You can see here. So it's 360 degrees around the figure. And then I got and then I didn't really do much. I didn't really do much over here. And then I also have the pouches, or not the pouches, they're like little canisters on the side of his legs. I kind of wish I made them a bit higher, but I think it looks fine either way, and they look pretty good. I sculpted those, I super glued them onto the side of the legs, and then I painted like a stripe that goes closer to the bottom. It's like kind of in the middle, but closer to the bottom, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then with kind of the front cape part, it's not really a cape, it's more like a pauldron. The front and the back were pretty easy. I basically got electrical tape, I folded it, I cut it with a knife, and then I painted both sides of it yellow, and then I super glued it onto the bottoms on the bottom of the torso, and it looks pretty cool as well. I painted 2 pouches on there. I didn't really want to sculpt it because I didn't know if it'd hold up with the tape, or even if I super glued it. I didn't think it looked that good, so I just painted the brown pouches. I actually used tan. The gun I'm using, he's holding an L-Star, which doesn't kind of look like it kind of looks like an L-Star, but at the same time it doesn't. And then I have this it's really hard to explain, but it's like this old 1980s piece. It's like blue. It has 1 stud in the front that I sculpted around, and then there's 2 studs in the back that I attached 4 studs on the back. I painted orange on the side of these 2 studs, and then with his jetpack in the back here, it's like not really a jetpack, but I guess when he's falling down into the battle when he's coming out of the dropship. I got two hands. I glued them together. I painted the hand part gunmetal gray. I painted the tips of them orange, or at least that part of the tip. And then I super glued it to the back of the pauldron, which is glued to the back of the rest of the figure. So it looks really cool. And then I painted half of the neck attachment piece black, and then half of it yellow. I sculpted like a little it's like a chest plate on there. I tried to make it look like a square. It doesn't look that good, but I think these canisters look good. I painted them, so I super glued them. I rolled up 2 canisters with clay. I super glued them together, and then I painted them silver, and then I super glued it to the rest of the torso, and then I painted them gunmetal gray, like a gunmetal gray stripe. Sorry, this is 2 cuts. Someone started talking to me. But anyways, where was I at? Oh, so the torso. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And then I painted 2 gunmetal gray straps that are supposed to go here. I'm not that good in terms of making thin lines, so it's kind of unfortunate. And then I got the gas mask face piece or whatever, and I painted. It was originally like a light bluish gray, and I painted it black, and then I painted the corners, the ends of it silver. And then for his mask, I didn't really want. I had a good mask piece, which was the rebel mask, but it wouldn't work with the hairpiece and the gas mask, so I just decided to paint like the outline of it on. And once again, I'm not that good with painting thin lines in areas, so that's kind of unfortunate. But I used the Dwalin face print. I had 2 of Dwalin, so I was like, it doesn't really matter. And he had like a bunch of scarring and tattoos on the side of his face. I erased those with a pencil. And then I also got the Joker hair from the Lego Batman movie and painted that a brown, and I think it looks pretty cool, and it's very accurate to the character. His arms, fairly simple. I had the yellow hands and then a black arm, and then I painted the stripe the best I could over here. I painted his rubber gloves. He had like yellow rubber gloves, and there's like blue on the side of them, and so I painted that, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm super excited with this showcase now that I have, the motivation to start working on them and, just finishing the figures, because it's the most satisfying thing about doing these figures is when you have all the pieces, they're all painted and everything, and then you start assembling the figure. It's just so satisfying. It's just absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for watching this. It's pretty long, actually. Thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you next video. Goodbye.